I mean, so Russ, like, here's the thing, like, it would be hard for any player to go from being the MVP of the NBA to then taking on a role where you're coming off the bench.
Can you believe this, fam? One of the NBA's biggest legends, Russell Westbrook, the triple-double king, former MVP and chaos-inducing highlight reel machine, is still teamless as the 2025 season tips off. How does a man who's shattered records, broken ankles metaphorically, and dominated highlight reels get completely ignored by every single front office in the league? Are teams scared of his energy? Or is this some kind of NBA conspiracy to erase one of the most electrifying players of this generation? Buckle up, because today, we're diving deep into the chaos, the drama, and the shocking reactions from players who just can't stay quiet. Yo, hold up. Stop what you're doing, because this is insane. Russell Westbrook, the man, the myth, the triple-double king, is still floating in free agency like some lost sock from your laundry. I mean, let that sink in for a second. This is a former MVP, a 9-time All-Star, a guy who practically redefined what a point guard can do, and he can't even get a call back from a single NBA team. How does that even happen? Is the league playing some sick joke on us, or has Russ officially been cursed by the basketball gods? Let's rewind a little. For those who need context, Westbrook isn't just any player. This is the guy who stayed loyal to Oklahoma City after Kevin Durant dipped out in 2016. While everyone else was packing bags, Russ held it down, dragging a rebuilding team through sheer willpower. He shattered triple-double records, set highlights on fire every night, and made every defender question their life choices. And yet, here we are, 36 years old, not even a sniff of a contract. Wild, right? Now it gets juicier. Rumor mills have been spinning like crazy. Some analysts whisper about locker room issues, others wag fingers at his shooting percentages. But hold on, before we crucify the man, let's talk facts. Last season with Denver, Westbrook came off the bench, averaged over 13 points, 6 assists, and nearly 5 rebounds per game, shot 44.9% from the field, and even improved his three-point percentage. He was a key spark in their Western Conference playoff run, and still radio silence. But don't just take my word for it, teammates who've actually shared a locker room with him are losing it on social media and podcasts. Michael Porter Jr., Patrick Beverley, Paul George, even Nikola Jokic, they're all like, yo, what the hell is happening here? Russ is legit, hardworking, and a team player. Beverley even threw shade at the whole Russ is a locker room cancer narrative, calling it pure cap. Paul George, he literally said, I'd vouch for Russ any day, anytime, citing the fire and leadership he brings to younger guys. This isn't casual fandom. These are peers, the people who've sweated, bled, and traveled with Westbrook, publicly screaming that the system is ignoring a legend. And let's not even get started on the LA years. Westbrook went from Lakers to Clippers, and the man got roasted harder than a Thanksgiving turkey. Fans hated on him, analysts questioned his IQ, and somehow a player who was still MVP caliber got painted as the villain. And now, years later, the silence from NBA front offices is deafening. You have to ask yourself, what's really going on? Is it age, injury, style of play, or is this a straight-up disrespect campaign for one of the most competitive beasts the league has ever seen? Here's the kicker, the drama doesn't stop at numbers and stats. Sources tell us there's been behind-the-scenes chaos. Teams allegedly balked at Westbrook's asking price, cap space shenanigans, roster crunches, you name it. Sacramento is supposedly his best shot, but even they are juggling trades and contracts like it's a game of musical chairs. Meanwhile, Russ is working out every single day, shooting, training, staying in peak shape like a man possessed, and the league is just ghosting him. So yeah, the stage is set. You've got the legend, the controversy, the whispers, the fiery defenses from teammates, and the NBA completely silent. And that, my friends, is where things get really interesting. And just when you think the chaos couldn't get any crazier, the reactions from Westbrook's peers start dropping like fireworks on the 4th of July. Michael Porter Jr. went on a podcast recently, and let me tell you, he did not hold back. He called out Lakers and Clippers fans for straight up disrespecting Russ, saying, the man was MVP of the NBA, and you're out here treating him like he's some random free agent nobody remembers. Porter painted a vivid picture of Russ hustling through a brutal transition from superstar to bench role to getting roasted at every stop, the frustration in his voice palpable. Then you've got Patrick Beverley, a man known for his outspoken nature and zero filter, laying it all out on the Pat Bev pod. He reminded everyone about the Denver season, saying this guy is still stretching with the team every day. He shot threes, he made plays, he won games, and nobody's biting. That's disrespect. Beverley even acknowledged their past controversial encounter, remember 2013? Yeah, the one where a defensive play caused Westbrook a meniscus injury, but he quickly pivoted to admiration, saying Russ had matured, was a leader, and was giving his all. Paul George, of course, couldn't resist weighing in too. In his podcast, he said, I always vouch for Russ. Anytime, any chance, I'd team up with him again. People don't see the fire he brings, the energy, the leadership. He's one of a kind. George even reflected on their Oklahoma City days, highlighting Russ's ability to inspire young players and keep a team locked in. No matter how rough the season got, even Kevin Durant and Chris Paul jumped in, trying to set the record straight. Durant said something like, "People gonna criticize when you're successful, but the real story, Russ has been consistent, grinding, making an impact wherever he goes." Chris Paul chimed in with, "Only people who don't know basketball talk like that. Russ is one of my closest friends, and if you don't get it, that's on you." And then there's Raymond Felton, reminding fans that Westbrook's loyalty in Oklahoma City after Durant left showed true character. Add Nikola Jokic, Austin Reeves, Bradley Beal, and even Jamal Murray singing praises, and you start to see the real picture. Every player who knows Russ knows his value, but somehow, the league doesn't. It's a perfect storm. A living legend, undeniable talent, proven playoff contributor, publicly defended by peers, and yet the phone stays silent. The whispers, the rumors, the so-called locker room issues, they all collide into a narrative. That leaves one question hanging. How does a future Hall of Famer sit unsigned while training camps kick off without him? So, here's where the story takes a sharp turn into unbelievable territory. It's September 30th, 2025. Training camps are in full swing. Rookies are shining under the lights, veterans are locking in rotations, and yet, Russell Westbrook is nowhere to be seen. Not a single team has officially signed him. The man who once carried Oklahoma City, the triple-double machine, is suddenly the most wanted and completely ignored free agent in NBA history. Talk about a reality check. Let's break down why this nightmare scenario is unfolding. First, the brutal truth: age and athletic decline. At 36, Westbrook isn't the same explosive dynamo who attacked the rim like a man possessed. That lightning-quick first step, slower, that unstoppable drive through defenses, less consistent. And yes, hand surgery in May 2025 didn't exactly help his case. Teams are calculating risk versus reward, and right now the math is scary. Pay a premium for a vet with limitations, or invest in a younger player with upside. Next up, fit. Modern NBA offenses are built on spacing, three-point efficiency, and fluid ball movement. Westbrook still a ball-dominant hurricane, even though he improved his three-point shooting to 32.3% last season. Teams fear regression. His style doesn't slot neatly into today's systems, and that's a red flag bigger than a Lakers championship parade. Add in the salary cap crunch: veteran minimum may be cheap, but he's reportedly seeking $5 to $7 million, and suddenly, the situation looks like a logistical nightmare for front offices juggling first apron restrictions. Even the Denver Nuggets, who just saw Westbrook thrive off the bench and spark them to the Western Conference semifinals, passed on bringing him back. Sacramento, the so-called most likely landing spot, is tangled in trades to create space. Golden State, Miami, Detroit, everyone's speculative at best. Overseas ball. Sure, EuroLeague teams are salivating, but for a player whose brand and legacy are NBA bound, that's a last resort. Retirement. Westbrook's dedication to daily workouts, yacht training sessions, and relentless conditioning makes it clear he isn't ready to hang it up. Here's the kicker: the emotional weight. Imagine watching your peers suit up, hit media day, and step onto the court while you train alone. Ignored, written off by an industry you helped define. Social media is exploding, fans are outraged, and teammates continue to defend him, but the league moves on like loyalty, legacy, and past MVP awards mean nothing. The question now is simple yet terrifying. Will Russell Westbrook play this season? And if so, where? Will Sacramento finally pull the trigger? Or will he be forced into the NBA wilderness, contemplating Europe or, heaven forbid? One thing is clear. The triple-double king has become the poster child for how brutal, unrelenting, and cold the modern NBA business really is. So, what do you think, fam? Is Russell Westbrook being completely disrespected by the NBA, or is this just the harsh reality of age and modern basketball? Could a team still take a gamble? Or is the triple-double king destined to sit out another season? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Don't hold back. Smash that like button if you're shocked by this free agency madness. And make sure to subscribe for all the latest insider truths the NBA doesn't want you to see. Trust me, you won't want to miss what's coming next.